Welcome to Computer Village in Ikeja. So today we are here to do one of the things that we know how to do best. Yes, it's our Friday happy hour, and we are out here in Computer Village at Ikeja. We are here to meet with people. We are here to make new friends, new contacts. We are here to meet with new consultants and existing consultants. We are here to ask street people about intriguing questions. Questions like what you think about the current situation of housing in Nigeria, especially in Lagos State, and also with the current situation of this country, what investment do you think will thrive this season? What do you think people should do to earn various sources of income? Please stay tuned. Hello, Miss Chinyere. How are you doing today?
Fine, good morning.
So, what do you think about the cost of housing in Lagos, in particular, since we are in Lagos?
Well, my best opinion, the cost of housing now is rising in a rate that is like, how will I put it, the ratio that is getting mad. Like an average person cannot actually afford a room self-contained in Lagos right now because of the high rising in prices of, I don't know what is making maybe they did a meeting as a landlord organization, maybe they should go and start increasing houses, especially in the outskirts of Lagos. You see some people that is facing maybe paying per month for 10,000 in one room self-contained. That's actually a rational thinking for a landlord to do. But I don't know, maybe because of the inflation of the country, I don't know, it affected the cost of living or cost of rent in Lagos. But I feel like we have no choice. We still gotta pay what we have to pay. But if the landlord could just like reduce the cost, I think housing will be better for people to live in.
Wow. Considering Nigeria's present economy, what do you think that people can do to boost their finances? What businesses, what kind of investment do you think people can venture in to, bring multiple streams of income?
Okay, well, I believe all hands are not equal, and I believe everybody has their average thing, their income they earn. So, as a person, you know that the country, we are praying for change, but you can't just sit in your room and start praying for change. You need to do some things. So, as an individual, I feel like you should do multiple things. Like if you are a trader, you should also learn to, like, apart from trading, you should also have some multiple, like, investing. If you maybe as a young youth like I am into schooling, I have to like cut out schooling and like working. So that's to at least save up for your income, because even though you're earning, and as this country, even though you're earning 70 as a wages or whatever, or even though it's not be enough for you to pay your transport fare, going, feeding, and accommodation. So what you just have to do is just to invest. Either you invest into little scale business, like we have scale business, like let me pick one scale business, like buying and selling of things to help a lot, or you're doing into investment of clothing. If you have money to invest into shares, it's your choice. Just put your money in things that will profit you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello, Mrs. Babalola.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Okay, Mama, I'm going to be asking you a few questions today. First, I want to know your thoughts. What you think about the cost of housing in Nigeria, especially in Lagos?
Cost of housing in Nigeria is very, very costly. It's very, very high. Like here, Ikeja here, hardly you can see a room for 500,000.
Wow.
At Ikeja here.
Like a room set one.
One room, not safe. A room safe now is almost 1.2, 700, 800 around this Ikeja. Go to Abule Egba, that place 450. It's too cost.
Who do you think is to be blamed for this? Is it that the landlords are just inflating prices, or what do you think is the reason for this, high rate of houses?
It's not the landlord though, and it's not the fault of those people that are looking for house. People are coming to Lagos. They want to be in Lagos. All of them want to live in Lagos, and they don't have anywhere to stay. Once they saw it that cost of it's just, let's say it's an opportunity for the landlords, because many people are coming. Like now, I have a room, 10 people has come for one room.
And it will go to the
highest bidder.
Okay, so I see where this is coming from.
Yeah, so,
Mama, you have a point. Yes, you have a point. Okay, secondly, considering Nigeria's economic state, what do you think people should do to make them earn more money? Do you think they should depend on just their salary, or they should depend on just one business? What advice do you have for people out there? What can they do to earn more money?
What they can do to earn more money, let's say they learn work, like they are an apprentice, be he a sewing mistress or an hairdresser. You cannot rely on that hairdresser only. Let's say you are plaiting hair now, you want to plait your hair, you did not bring your attachment, and you come to my shop, you want to plait hair. Well, you need to buy your attachment, but if I have it, you will buy it from me. That will give me more money.
Thank you so much, ma. This means a lot. I'm sure the young people out there, would key into this advice coming from Mama. Thank you so much, ma. Just say hello to my camera. Say hello. Thank you. What do you think about the cost of housing in Nigeria? Do you think it's too much? Do you think it's okay? Do you think everyone can afford it? What's your take on it?
The cost of housing in Nigeria, most especially here in Lagos, is expensive, but not that expensive, but depending on the environment that you find yourself. Yeah, for example, here in Ikeja, houses are expensive than houses that are around Agege area. Yeah, that is for example. So in Nigeria as a whole, it's the same thing, because depending on the state that you are and the development in that environment. But I think the government need to do something about it. They need to come into housing too, because it's very, very important for every human being in Nigeria.
Thank you. So, are you advising that, as a Lagosian, you should go to an area that suits your budget? Is that what you're trying to say? Is that an advice?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Because there is every house for everybody. No matter who you are, what you earn, there's every house for everybody.
So, secondly, I would like to know, considering Nigeria's economic state, what do you think people should do? What kind of investment do you think people should venture in to bring them more money, to bring multiple streams of income? What do you think people should do?
Okay. They can venture into, for example, transportation and real estate business too. Yes, and any business that you have passion for, that you believe on, you can try it out. I think it pays more than salary jobs. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel. It's nice talking to you. Thank you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Okay, Mr. Terry, I would like to ask, what do you think about the cost of housing in Nigeria, especially in Lagos State? What's your take on the cost of housing in Nigeria?
Well, particularly in Lagos State, the cost of housing is very high. Although different areas with the various amounts attached to each of their accommodations, but the rate at which the landlord will come up to increase the rentage is on the high side. For example, this Ikeja, for instance, as a case study, if you are renting a room self-contained in this Ikeja, you should be having a yearly rentage of 800k.
Wow.
Between 800 to 1 million naira yearly rentage, a room self-contained. Wow. So if you now look around Ogba, Okera, Agege, some estate within Agege, you should be looking around between 400 to 800. It depends on how neat the building is, and depending on the facilities you look at before you go into the house. I think it's on the high side. It's on the high side for me.
Okay, so these prices, do you think is actually from the landlords? Do you think there's anything these people can do to bring it down, or you think, oh, okay, just look for an area that suits your budget? What do you think?
The price is actually, if you look at it, it's a kind of a ripple effect thing. It's not from the landlord per se. As at 3, 4, 5 years, you buy cement for 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira. As at today, is around 9,800 to 10,000 naira. So you will not expect somebody that is building a new house to rent that particular accommodation for you with the house rent you've been paying for like 2-3 years ago. So it's a ripple effect thing. The cost of materials, they are on the high side. Of course, some of these materials, they are either imported. You have a dollar rate, so when the dollar goes up, the cost of materials will go up. Of course, it definitely affect the end users, which is me and you, that will definitely go and rent the accommodation. So it's not a landlord thing, but the government can also subsidize. If government subsidize, we can have a better housing and a cheaper housing for us in Lagos State.
Thank you so much, Mr. Terry. Thank you. Then secondly, I'd like to know, considering Nigeria's current state of economy, what do you think people should do? What kind of investment do you think people should venture in? Do you think the youth should go and learn skills? What do you think people should do to earn them more money this period?
Okay, so if you're a salary earner and you work actively to earn salary, right? There's no way you can survive with one source of income these days. You need to look for other sources of income that will work for you even when you are not there physically. That is passive income. You need to have a passive income that you not be active, that will generate funds for you. There are various types of business you do. Of course, you know that the business you do is determined on the capital you have. The businesses today, they are capital intensive. You can go into transportation. There's money in transportation business, but believe you me, you must be rugged because we have criminal drivers that want to drive because you are not there actively.
Yes.
But don't forget, it is a passive income thing. Somebody will be there to work for you, to generate that fund for you. So, of course, we know that a larger percentage of the drivers, they will not say the truth. But you need to be rugged. If you are rugged and you are ready for the business, you will succeed in transportation business.
Thank you so much, Mr. Terry. This is really, really, really inspiring. Thank you so much. Thank you for having us, and do have a great weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Say hi to my camera. Hello, Mr. David. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Okay, so today I would like to ask you a few questions. So, how long have you been in Lagos?
Lagos, okay. Probably 12 years.
12 years. So I can boldly say you're a Lagosian now.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I only came to Lagos for my university, and
Oh.
after then, so I've never gone back to my place.
That's good. Okay, so Mr. David, what do you think about the cost of housing in Lagos State? Do you think it's too high? Do you think it's okay? Do you think it's fair? What's your thoughts on the cost of housing in Lagos?
I don't think it's too high. I think everyone must just, whatever you can afford, that's all you should go for. So that's just, there's no pressure anywhere. For example, now I work, I know what my salary range is, so I wouldn't go for accommodation in a place like Lekki where the accommodation is expensive, when I can go to a place like Bega. Do you understand? So that's what I believe.
Okay, secondly, what do you think
Okay.
people can do these days to add more money to their accounts to, make more money considering Nigeria's current economy?
I don't think I'm an expert in that because, for example, me, I'm a doctor. All I know how to do is just to treat patients and get my money from there. Do you understand? The other things is probably the business my parents do. So I believe in people doing business. And if you can do business, I think you will get your money. It might take time, but I don't think there is quick fix to whatever. There's no.
Thank you so much, Mr. David. It's nice talking to you. Thank you. Do have a great weekend.
very much. Have a nice day.
Yeah, good day, Mr. Francis. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Okay, so I want to ask you a few questions. What do you think about the current situation of housing in Lagos? Do you think it's too expensive? Do you think it's fair? What do you think about the current housing situation in Lagos State?
It's too expensive,
Okay.
of which an ordinary person cannot stay in Lagos. Someone without doing anything cannot stay in Lagos.
Okay, Mr. Lucky, what do you think is the cause of these rates? Do you think that is the fault of the landlord? Do you think there's anything the landlords can do? Or do you think there's anything the government can do to actually beat down these prices? Or you think that people should actually go to areas, that they can afford? What do you think?
That's the best thing to do. People
Going
should
to areas
area that they can afford.
Oh, wow. Okay, so considering the current state of Nigeria's economy, what kind of business do you advise people to do? Do you think they should go and learn skills? Do you think, even salary earners should get side hustle, as we call it? What do you think people can do to boost their finances this season?
You say something in the first place that they should go and get skills. That's the best thing to do. You understand? So that even if government did not pay you, you can use your own skill. Yes, you cannot depend on government.
So what advice do you have for the younger generation? What can you say to them concerning investment?
They should stand on their feet. You understand? Involve themselves in doing something so that they cannot depend on government.
Everybody must be doing one thing or the other.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thanks for your contribution and have a lovely weekend. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Kelechi. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's a wonderful, happy Friday hour. It's nice to be here.
Yes. Okay, so you are the CEO of HS First Africa Companies. So I would like to know, what do you think the real estate sector, or what do you think HS First Africa Companies is doing to reduce the cost of housing in Lagos State?
Thank you very much for that question. First of all, HS First Africa is a major player in the real estate company, in the real estate sector, and also we are playing our role in the capacity building. Not forgetting, we are also playing our role in the construction sector. Now, we have designed a system whereby, based on the platform of capacity building, where we have introduced young men and women into different spheres or handwork in the construction industry. Things like upholstery making, things like POP making, block making, or you call it bricklaying, welding and all that, using the right tools to make it attractive and all that. So in this way, we are able to navigate or reduce that gap in skill sets, because Nigeria has a very, very shortfall when it comes to skill sets. And what we are doing is to ensure that our youth are, are given the capacity, using the right tools, using the right skill set, and make them globally competitive. Now, coming to construction, these are the same set of youths, or what we call the handymen, that we are going to use in building and sourcing for materials. We source our materials locally, and building, we are building with the prescribed quality materials and approval from the Lagos State, even at Nigeria. So with all these things in view, what we are doing is that we are using Nigeria for Nigeria. We are not going to borrow workers. We are not going to borrow artisans from wherever you are calling it, be in Togo, Benin, Ghana. We are using Nigerian youths, encouraging them, giving them the right skill sets, and making them to participate and have a living. And this, in a short run, will make the housing sector very attractive and reduce cost. And how are we doing that? Ensuring that those who are partnering with us, we are sourcing the materials locally. From iron rods to cement and the rest of it, we are giving you the best. Our prices are very, very competitive, so that by the time we are done with all this low scheme housing scheme, people can appreciate and also have something to smile home about and appreciate the effort we are playing in Nigeria. So we are calling upon the government and also private sector participation into what to have to take a look at what we are doing and partner with us. It's a win-win for everyone in the system. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kelechi. So lastly, what advice do you have for the Nigerian youth today, considering Nigeria's current economy? What advice do you have for them? What do you think they can do to earn more money?
The advice is have a skill. Have a skill. It doesn't matter if you studied medicine, it doesn't matter if you did nursing, it doesn't matter if you did mechanic or anything, but wherever, or you are idle, or you did computer, or you did business admin, marketing, library science, you need to have a skill set. And the skill set you need to have is a skill set that is very relevant to our current economy. Don't say because you did marketing, you sit there and wait until thy kingdom come for a job from marketing to come. No, you don't need that. You need to come out, help yourself with a skill set and make yourself relevant. That way you will be relevant to the economy, and you'll be relevant to the Nigerian society and make good money for yourself, not just in Nigeria but in diaspora as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kelechi. Hello, viewers. You heard that. Learn a skill, upgrade yourself, and we have come to the end of today's happy hour. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ikeja, Computer Village. Thank you, everyone. We say bye. See you next.